This level should not exist in Geometry Dash. Let me explain. So the level I am currently playing in the background is Everywhere at the End of Time, or EATEOT. And this level should not exist, let alone be on the game at all. It basically means the same thing, but still. Everywhere at the End of Time, or EATEOT, is actually a 6.5 hour long, repetitive gameplay level. And I'm talking, the gameplay repeats for the entire 6 hours, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds. Yes, that is the actual length. This level is just too long. And when you try to go to put a start position at like 90%, it'll only let you put a start position at like 3. So that would render the beat 'em backwards strategy useless. Another problem with this level is that many people drop it because of its absurd duration. Imagine spending a quarter of your day grinding a level that takes 6 hours, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds to beat. That is, if you beat it in one attempt. Because if you're a Geometry Dash player who hasn't beaten a single demon level, then it might take you about a day based on how long it takes you total, which could add up to 17 years. Meaning if you start playing at 13 and you haven't beaten a single demon, you'd be 30 by the time you beat it. Which, in my case, might happen. And you're probably thinking, oh, but Everywhere at the End of Time is repetitive, so surely it can't be a demon. Well, for that reason, you're right. And the other reason it's not a demon, let alone not even having a single star rating, is because of these factors. One, its absurd length. And two, there are some copies of this level that have no clip enabled. But I don't think RobTop wants to suffer through a 6.5 hour level and literally die in like the first percent. Which would be a real pain in the butt to get, knowing how long the level is. But why is this level so hated? To break that down, we'd have to factor in its length, its overall gameplay difficulty, which gets harder as you go through. Like, it starts off real easy. Any 3-year-old could do it. And it gets harder as you go. which can be a real nightmare. And again, I'm going to stress this for I don't know how many times. This level is 6 hours, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds long. Seriously, do not play this level. And I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, it's 6 hours, but the gameplay is so repetitive. Literally anyone can beat it. Yeah, anyone who'd be patient enough to grind through a 6.5 hour long level. That's just if they want to, but I doubt it because... and my new best is now 0.42%. Anyways. Sorry, ADHD kicking in. Where was I? Oh yeah. 2, this level just outright sucks. But why? We already know the length is one of the reasons. Being one of the longest known Geometry Dash levels. Yeah. Like, just don't play this level unless you're unemployed. Because this level just sucks. Because 1, the gameplay's repetitive. 2, the level's too daggone long. Maybe if they would have shortened it by, I don't know, 6 hours, 24 minutes, and 4 seconds, it'd actually be better off to play. Yeah, this level really does need to be shortened a bit. Quite a bit. This level does actually need to be shortened quite a bit. And the other reason, even if you played with percentage decimals, like the percentage decimal setting doesn't matter. With or without it, you'd still be stuck at 0% for like, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes perhaps. This is just a rough estimate. But we can't divide percent by time because only 60 minutes go into every hour. And 100% being the suggestive reason why, being 100, we can't do that unless we factor in the hours to the minutes, which if we did would be 6 times 60 being 360, making it 391 minutes and 34 seconds. Which, if you find a copy of the level, find a copyable version of the level, clone it, and then enter the editor, you'll see the exact amount of time that the level lasts, which is pretty cool. I mean, another reason, how do you even die in the gravity portal on that? Like, Yeah. And earlier on, I made a video in this series called The Rise and Fall of the Level Slaughterhouse by Ice Cave. And, if you like that video, then you're gonna love this one. And as always, be sure to support the channel, drop a like and subscribe. Because I'm going to try to do my best to spare you from playing a horrible level. Which really begs the question, what are the factors of a horrible level? There are many things. Let's see. The gameplay difficulty, and the duration, and the overall enjoyment from the player. Depending on who you are, I can't speak for all of you on the enjoyment factor. So comment down below whether or not you enjoy playing this level. And be honest. Would you play a 6 hour, 31 minute, and 34 second level? I only am because it's the background of the video. And it brings up the topic of the horrible level in question. Everywhere at the End of Time is also hated, not because of those priorities, but there is actually another hidden reason, and it's more shocking than you think. Sound out EATEOT, and then put it together. Sounds kinda like idiot, doesn't it? I think that's the other reason why, because the level basically just mocks you and calls you an idiot for playing. If you agree with this and you haven't liked or subscribed already, which I'm not going to ask you to do again, because that's your choice, but feel free to do so. And this is why I play the level. I suffer through it so you don't have to. And also, I think it fits as a background for a video that literally roasts it for being such a horrible level. Which it might be. Comment your theories on why Everywhere at the End of Time is hated so much by so many players. If you know someone who's in a similar situation, or you yourself may be in a similar situation, but even a top player or therapist can't help you out, then comment below your theory on why everywhere at the end of time might be hated by the player. Yeah, comment your theory or theories on why everywhere at the end of time is so hated by the players. And I know what you're saying, but didn't you literally roast someone in the comments for being a grown man and botting a level that a 15-year-old beat? And the answer to that? Yes, I am. But that's actually valid. And that's actually a valid comparison, though. But not to mention, this level is the most hated level by players. And anyone who has beaten this level may agree with me. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but isn't this level easier than the level you called out a grown man for botting that a 15-year-old beat? And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's probably easier because the gameplay is repetitive. But no one wants to play it because of its absurd duration of 6 hours, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds. And another thing, comparing a 6 hour, 31 minute, and 34 second level to a grown man who botted a level that a teenager, a literal 15-year-old, could beat is stupid.